What up? Big Herc 916, positivity, motivation, and today I'm on a pop-up. I'm about to pop up on my mechanic to check on my Cougar. See, every now and then you gotta just pop up at the shop your car's at to see exactly what's going on when they least expect it. So let's take a look inside Hunt for Speed and see what's going down with Clara, my 1968 Cougar. So it looks like they have a few cars out front that maybe they were doing some work on here. The 67 Camaro SS. Got a Bronco looking real mean. This is a Bronco they had over at SEMA. This thing was about the business. And then we got a Catalina over here. I'm gonna pop in and let's see what's happening. What's going on, man? Please tell me something good.
Yeah, shit, you look good. How about that?
Tell me something good, man.
These are good as new ones out there.
So Matt, man, tell the people what's the update, man, on the Cougar.
Update is, sorry we're going a little slow on the Cougar, but the update is that we got all the suspension components back, as you can see up in powder coater. We're going to go ahead and be fitting those on the car probably in the next couple of days. We got to do some more underwork, stripping the wheel wells out like I just showed you to get the undercoating right. And then we're going to test fit all this, and then we're going to put a new fuel system, the new fuel tank, with the new Holley Sniper that's going to be coming in. It's going to be return system, so it's going to be, we're going to have a return line now because of fuel injection. So I'm going to be laying out the fuel and the fuel system of that. And then we're going to do some work on the dash to get you the right size dash that you want to run, because you're going to be running the new Holley digital dash. But if we're torn between the two sizes, you know, and I should be able to get pretty soon to let you know what's going on with that.
So with the Holley stuff, everything will pretty much be synced up. You'll be able to change pretty much all the settings and everything from within the car, right?
Yeah, within the car. With the Holley setup, it will communicate with the Sniper. Plus, you'll be able to pull all your gauges, whatever we put in, whatever sensors we put in, water temp, oil pressure. We can do it. I use all the way to like brake bias and brake temperatures if you wanted to put those sensors in. But the dash has so many inputs, so we'll run the normal water, volts, oil pressure, and fuel level. All of that stuff will be in the dash. Yeah.
So with the new setup with the trans, I know you added a manual valve body. How's that gonna, dictate or control the shifting? How's that gonna?
Well, you're gonna have two best rules. You'll shift the same, or you'll be able to manually shift the gears, bang the gears. You know, with the new B&M shifter that we chose for you. You know, it's a ratchet style shifter, and you'll be able to shift first, second, third, or be able to put it in drive and hit first, second, third with overdrive with the AOD. You know, I'm still gonna try to push and look into a AODE, an electronic controlled setup, because then we can control that also through the dash. But we're thinking there's not enough room for it, like we talked about. So we might be going down that avenue.
So with the setup now, are we still gonna have to run like an oil cooler, trans cooler,
yes,
all that?
For sure. We're gonna run an oil cooler for the engine. You had this is the front of the car here. Pushes off the front of the car. This cooler here you had as running as a transmission cooler, which was in the front of the car, not getting too much air. You know, the way it was set in there. Plus, it needs to be a little bit bigger. Plus, we did some other. You ran another style. I don't know what they were doing with it here. This is your suspension, and for some reason they're running a power steering cooler on this thing. This would be to be an oil cooler, engine oil cooler, much more important than cooling your power steering.
Okay.
For the type of driving. If you told me, hey, you're going to be solo or SCCA autocrossing this thing and doing time attacks in it, then we would think about running a power steering cooler also. But for the street driving you're going to be doing, I don't feel you'll ever have the need for a power steering cooler, you know, for how this was set up. These were the suspension components that we took off the front. Good stuff. It's TCI, total cost involved. You know, with the Ride Tech shocks, adjustable shocks, which is super good. So we cleaned it all up. We are, like I said in an earlier statement before I was on video, was talking about maybe possibly upgrading the front calipers to a Brembo 4-piston caliper. You know, so that's also in the works. You know, but we got all the Sniper ignition. This is the new Sniper box for the, basically like an MSD 6AL box, but with the Sniper, you know, super, the Hyperspark, really good piece, you know, so we're excited. And then you have your coil too, your big Hypersport coil. I'll show you that in a second. You know, Holley's come out with some really new bitchin' products with this whole Sniper system, you know, and then this is the coil that we'll be running.
So will we have to do any upgrades for the AC or the fans or anything?
Yeah, we are going to, like we talked about, I think in an earlier video, we are going to cool it with better fans for sure, especially where you move to. You move to the sun, you're out in Arizona, so it gets a little cold out there. Hot? No, it gets you know, it gets really hot. So we want to make sure this engine runs cool as possible, and you'll be able to take it to like the Good Guy shows and other shows out in Arizona where you're at. You know,
and then what you said, we're going to powder coat all the bumpers, the chrome, and all that stuff too.
Yeah, we're going to be powder coating. We're going to go through it. We're going to powder coat. We're going to black this out. As you see, the theme of the car is going to be black and white on the top side and black and silver on the underneath. I mean, you got such killer suspension components that I think it would be. I'm the type of guy that I want the car to look just as sexy underneath as underneath the hood. So we're going to go through and will be really sexy, as you can see with components.
Good shit, man. I mean, I'm excited, bro. I mean, I know it's been a long project.
It's a long project. I'm sorry, you know me. I got a couple other hustles going on.
Yeah.
You know, all good. You know, but where we are in the final stages, we're waiting for a couple more parts, but we'll be putting this bitch back together here real soon.
Are you tired of smelling funky? Have you washed your ass? Go to BigKirk916.com and get to Nutsack Run.